Hello everyone and welcome to another video. In this one I will be addressing the annoying issue of old car infotainment systems. As you may be aware, if you have an old vehicle, the stereos on them are a bit lacking compared to new vehicles. And in this video I will be replacing the old stereo on my 1998 Land Cruiser Prado with this double DIN touchscreen display from one car stereo. So this unit features Bluetooth, a touchscreen, as I said, front and rear camera connections, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but they are wired. It can connect to the OBD of your vehicle to display vehicle stats like boost and water temperature and 0 to 60 times and many different things, which is really useful if you are into that kind of stuff. It can play YouTube, it can connect to Chrome, and it also has a GPS connection. So pretty much it's like having a tablet on your dashboard. It is double DIN, which means that its size is roughly equal to two normal car stereos when you put one on top of the other. So make sure that your dashboard has the space for a double DIN radio. I must say that I prefer this size of screen in an old vehicle. I do not like the huge ones because they look a bit out of place in an old car. This specific one has physical buttons for the volume and for changing the track, which is really important to me. I don't like the touch buttons some screens have because you can't actually feel what you're pressing. And on the sides we have USB-A, an SD card slot, USB-C and an auxiliary port. So you have pretty much everything you need. Both the USB-A and USB-C ports can be used for charging. The screen is made from plastic, but it seems like good quality plastic. At the rear of the stereo system we have the connecting port on the left, so that would connect to the wiring system of your vehicle. And on the right we have all the ports for all the accessories like the camera, the microphone, the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto USB connectors, and any other accessory like an amplifier or a woofer or anything else you want to install onto this thing. Everything goes on the right side. Here is the bag with the actual wires, and inside of it you will find an additional USB-A charging wire, RCA connectors. Here is the actual connector for the stereo that will plug into your car's wiring system. This wire is for the Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and we also get a controller, which is nice to have. This is the GPS, and of course right under it is the microphone. Now connecting the stereo will be different depending on your vehicle, but on the Land Cruiser it was actually very easy. I just pulled the plastic piece off the dashboard. I removed the vents and the 4 bolts that hold the existing stereo in place, disconnected the wire, and then I removed the bracket which bolts onto the stereo and then onto the dashboard. You want to reinstall that bracket on your new stereo system and then start to plug in the wires. This is the car side, so those two plugs connect on the Toyota wiring system, and this side is the side of the stereo. As you can see from the heat shrinks, this is where some modifications to the wiring needed to be made to ensure that the stereo connects to the Toyota wiring system. So after getting your connector sorted, you just plug it into the stereo system. On the right side I plugged in the microphone. After that I just passed the USB ports for the Android Auto and Apple CarPlay through the dashboard, and I install the screen in the slot. Of course I get all 4 bolts back into place and clip the dashboard back in. However, before I do that, I check that the stereo actually works, so I don't have to take everything apart again. It's good to just remove everything once because you run the risk of breaking the clips on the dashboard and then you will have rattles, which is annoying. But in any case, as you can see, everything is back into place. This thing looks factory because the Land Cruiser Prados actually came with a double DIN screen back in the 1990s, so this thing fits like it was meant to be there. I love the look of it. The graphics are really good. The screen is responsive, there is no lagginess, and it also works amazingly in Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I will use this screen for a few more weeks and then I will make a full-on review of the screen so you can see all of its features. But until then, if you are interested in buying this screen, I will have a link in the description down below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you on the next one.